Started. There we go. Absolutely. Yeah, guys, we just want to record this information. Documentation beats conversation. And you guys just let those folks in as they come in. And again, guys, welcome. My name is Douglas Ford. I come to you out of my humble abode right here. I'm actually out a couple of miles north of Austin. I'm in Waller County, Texas. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. And one thing I don't pride myself in doing is that I don't like to give like a rags to riches story. I've done that for 18 years in the network marketing industry, direct sales, that's my background. And I don't feel I have to do that any longer, only because what you're gonna hear here is just so fairly simple that seriously, anybody that can fog up a mirror can literally do, what we're gonna talk about today and have them receive sustainable, reliable cash flow. And it doesn't matter whatever reason that you are looking for cash flow and understanding cash flow. We're not talking about making money per se. We're talking about cash flow. Robert Kiyosaki, he was the author of a famous book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And what he said was, the true definition of wealth is when your positive cash flow exceeds your annual and monthly expenses, okay? And cash flow, again, folks, is that money that you're not having to work for, and yet it's coming in and out of your business, in and out of your organization, in and out of your church, in and out of your nonprofit or charity, or whatever the case may be, okay? And so please don't look at me as someone who's gonna be up here trying to convince anybody of anything. I'm really not. I'm showing you a monetary system, folks, that's literally just like the screen says, is gonna have wealth, be able to reach the hands of everyone and not just a few. Now, those of us that are in here in America, we understand that there's a tremendous wealth gap that's in our land, okay? And wealth today is really set up for the top 3%. And that's why they, for the most part, control a lot of the stuff that goes on, no matter who we vote in as president, whether as a Democrat or whether as a Republican, okay? And so I've been able to see a lot of things, be a part of a lot of things. One thing I do want to let you know, okay, from the bottom of my heart, this has nothing to do with any type of Ponzi. It has nothing to do with any type of pyramid scam, nothing to do with a susu, cash gifting, money flower, blessing circle, none of those deals, okay? This definitely is not network marketing. And I say that because network marketing, for the most part, it only caters to 3% of people that develop a certain skill set. And so that's the reason why the masses, when they get involved with it, it's like a revolving door, because 97% of people are not successful and they just end up being spectators, okay? And they end up going from shiny object to shiny object to shiny object, looking for, well, what is that thing that's really gonna work? Well, when you understand, when it doesn't take any skill set, then you see why the masses is able to do it, okay? And so that's what you're gonna look at here. So I'm gonna get right into the information. Like I said, I wanna welcome everyone here. I see we have Antoinette, I wanna welcome you. I see we have artists here, welcome you. I see we have Durwood, I wanna welcome you. Keosha, Lakeisha, I wanna welcome you. Also, we have Stacy, welcome. Who else we have here? We have definitely Carla Wiley, Miss Laura Oliver, welcome. Chantel Jackson, welcome. And there's my lovely son, Sedacious Xavier Miles. I can call him by his whole government name because he's my boy. Absolutely. So let me go ahead and stop my screen share and get right into the presentation. All right, share my screen again. All right. All right, and all right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are off, okay? So folks, the name of our community that you're going to hear about today is called Smarter Than Money. We're the Smarter Than Money community. And we believe that you become smarter than money when you have your money employed and your money is working for you, as opposed to the other way around, us working for the money, okay? And folks, we're gonna do that simply by creating our own digital bank, okay, in the digital space on the blockchain. Now, I'm not gonna get deep into blockchain because you don't really have to know anything about blockchain in order to be able to receive cash flow here. You really don't. But I do want to let you know that blockchain is today's modern day gold rush. When you think about this whole entire digital space, because we're in the digital world, and I know it can be, overwhelming for a lot, but just understand this: everything functions according to the blockchain. And as I mentioned, it's today's modern day gold rush. But listen to me, when you go back and you study any of the past gold rushes, the actual gold rush where people were mining for gold in California back in the 1800s. And then when the internet came into play, it was a gold rush, okay? And, everybody was getting a website, www. whatever your company or business or church was, okay? But this is what I want to let you know about the gold rushes. Okay, those that were offering the picks and the shovels and the pans that would help facilitate, okay, those miners in those gold rushes to be able to get gold more faster and more efficiently. Those that were offering picks and shovels, they would come around the gold miners and they would set up these kiosks and they would sell these picks, pans, and shovels to these gold miners to help them mine the gold. Well, guess what, folks? How it ended up, those that were selling and offering the picks and shovels, they gained the wealth the fastest and the most, believe it or not. But then when you take a look at the internet, okay, what were the picks and shovels of the internet, okay? Because everybody had a www, correct? But the thing about it was, nobody would know how to get to your website, okay? Because everybody was talking about get a website so we can get on the internet, okay? And Bill Gates, he was the one that said there's gonna be two types of companies when we really go into the internet. He said there's gonna be companies that have a website and there's gonna be other companies that's gonna be out of business. So basically what he was saying, if you didn't have a website, you didn't exist. But still, all in all, with so many people having a website, a person would be like, well, how do I go, how do I find you? See, because a person didn't know what your website was unless they've seen it on something, maybe like a business card or the side of a van or a business truck, or they saw it plastered on a billboard or something like that. So unless they had physically seen it, that's the only way they'd be able to know where your website was. But then something came into play, okay? It was called this thing called a search engine. Have you ever heard of yahoo.com? Have you ever heard of MSN? Have you ever heard of this company called google.com, okay? See, what those companies gave us, folks, was the ability to type in a few keywords through a search engine, okay? And folks, we can be able to find whatever we're looking for, because if I was in Houston and I was looking for a carpet cleaning company, well, I would just type in what? Carpet cleaner near me in Houston. And then what happens? These websites then, these companies, these businesses would then show up. Think about it. If you were yahoo.com search engine, or you were Google, or you were MSN.com and whatever search engine that you use, even YouTube for that matter, okay? And you were receiving every time, Google received business or MSN received business, okay? Think about that cash flow that would be coming in and out of your household, okay? Because everybody's getting on Google and searching. Everybody's getting on YouTube and searching. Everybody's getting on Yahoo and searching. Does that make sense? Modern day gold rush, okay? Fast forward, okay? We're in the digital world. What is the modern day gold rush of today? What are the picks and shovels of that modern day gold rush? Well, folks, you cannot have blockchain without having a digital bank or a digital wallet, okay? Now, many of us are already participating in the digital wallet, and I'm gonna bring up a poll, okay, a little bit later. But if you understand and you know these companies called Cash App, you know these companies called Crypto.com, you see some of these companies called Coinbase, okay? A company called PayPal, a company called Venmo, a company called Chime, okay? These are peer-to-peer payment companies, and what they have, folks, they have digital wallets that we are using, okay, in their ecosystem. And if you paid attention, these companies are exploding all over the world, generating multiple billions of dollars every year, okay, just by offering us their services that we use a digital wallet. Folks, even the banks, American Express, Visa, MasterCard, they are using digital wallets and digital banks, okay? And see, here's the thing, it's happening right in front of our faces, but you know, that's the best place to hide something. Why? Because you know how we say, man, if it was a snake, it would have bit me, okay? And you're seeing these companies, right? Take like Coinbase.com. Coinbase.com is buying up branding and naming rights to all these big arenas, you know, getting their name plastered all over the place. Here's why, ladies and gentlemen, because right now, Coinbase does over $330 billion every single 4 months, okay? And how are they able to do that? Because of you and because of me, because of us having a digital wallet with their program. Cash App, okay? Right now, they got close to 70 million users that are using their digital wallet on their ecosystem, okay? They've generated over $2 billion annually with their ecosystem. Okay? Right now, 6.1 million users, okay, perform a transaction every month utilizing Coinbase. Here's my question to you. If Coinbase was to call you up and say, hey, I know we don't have a tangible product like a juice or a berry or a cosmetic, like you see in some of these companies. I know we don't have vacuum cleaners, but we have a digital product. And every time somebody opens up a digital wallet and a transaction takes place, mind you, 6.1 million are being done every month. If they said, hey, we would like to offer you 2% of every transaction that takes place from this day forward, okay? Let me ask you a question. If they offered you that, how fast would you take them up on it? I'm sure you would say, man, in a hiccup, right? And so folks, but here's the deal. Notice what I did not say. Those companies, they're generating all that cash flow, but guess what? They're not sharing it with you and I, even though we're the ones that are bringing our economic value to their platform. Okay? Yeah, we're the ones that generate that money. Because see, they market to us, they spend millions of dollars marketing to us, right? They will even pay a celebrity of some sort to be a spokesperson, okay? And why are they doing that? Because they want to connect with our emotions, because they know we like that celebrity, okay? Many of us, you know, live through a lot of these celebrities that we see, okay? Celebrities like Tom Brady, celebrities like Steph Curry, celebrities like, you know, Shaquille O'Neal has a commercial almost come on every 5 minutes, right? You know why they do that, folks? Because they know we like them. We connect with them emotionally, okay? And then we'll end up probably being a customer or consumer of that product. Well, see, what we're doing is we're not gonna be paying millions of dollars to marketing on social media or marketing on TV or radio or even marketing, getting a celebrity. What this company is gonna do, they're gonna send all those millions of dollars to us, okay? It's just a different flow of business, folks. It's not, you know, a lot of people wanna put this word out there when someone's trying to refer them to something. Oh, that's one of those pyramid deals, okay? Well, no, folks, it's not. It's just the flow of business that the marketing of it is done differently. And so what this company is going to do instead of paying celebrity, instead of spending millions of dollars on all this marketing. They're just going to send the money to you. Listen, because they're banking on the emotional attachment between you and your network of friends, that when you introduce them to this, once they see the concept, okay, because they trust you, there's an emotional attachment between you and your family and friends, okay? And so now all you have to do is evaluate, is this operation legit, okay? So let me move forward here. We got to make a disclaimer. The information shared in this presentation is not considered as financial advice. It's for educational purposes. As members, we are not financial advisors, and we are merely sharing our personal experience with this incredible project. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe in the radical idea that economic systems should serve everybody. Okay? Let me read that again. Economic systems should serve everyone, not just one, not just a handful, not just only those at the top of the pyramid, i.e. your CEOs, or like many governments, there's a hierarchical structure, there's one man at the top. Even in a lot of churches and Christian circles, it's just the people at the top, and then the money gets negotiated down through salary or hourly pay and things of that nature. Folks, what you're gonna see is the greatest platform that I've seen, okay, through evaluated experience that will allow wealth and money to reach the hands of everyone. And it doesn't matter your gender, it doesn't matter your economic status, it doesn't matter your geographical background, because this is global, okay? Doesn't matter your religion or anything like that, okay? And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna build wealth for just $1 a day. And by employing $1 a day and completing 2 simple steps just one time, it's gonna immediately have you receiving predictable, ongoing cash flow without gambling, ladies and gentlemen. See, we're not one of those, 2%, 3% a day, and you put in $500,000, $10,000, and they're trading your money and you don't know who is trading it, right? And then, a lot of those companies, as legitimate as they may seem, if the market doesn't demand a certain payout that they promised you, then where they're going to get the money to pay everyone? Well, they got to dip into the reserve, the money that they've accumulated, okay, while everyone was getting in. Okay? Now, how long do you think they're going to be able to go into the reserve? Because that's the company's money, right? Before they'd say, okay, you know what, we can't pay all of you guys anymore. And that's when you see the rug pull happen, okay? And so, folks, we're doing it without gambling, okay? We are about owning a piece of the track versus betting on the horses. See, many of us are, out here betting on the horses. And now I definitely believe in multiple streams of income. I have nothing against that, okay? But folks, we ought to get one where we're having at least cash flow, again, as Robert Kiyosaki stated, that's exceeding our monthly and annual expenses. And not us out here betting on horse number 1, betting on horse number 2 or 3, and we're gonna see which one crosses the finish line. Why not be in a situation where it don't matter what the race is? It could be a chicken race. It could be it could be a dog race, okay? It could be whatever race it wanted to be. But because we own a piece of the track, cash flow is always passing through me and my family household, okay? And so you'll be able to also receive sustainable wealth, create scalable cash flow to pay all your monthly expenses, build sustainable wealth, and give to your favorite causes. Folks, this is our product right here, okay? It's the digital bank. It's a digital wallet. You get your own private, decentralized, where only you have access to it, okay? Co-op Wallet is the world's first private Web3 decentralized wallet, allowing you to receive immediate residual income for your personal, business, or charitable affairs. You can send and receive money between other Co-op Wallet users and withdraw your money daily. It's a cooperative crowdfunding platform which empowers its members worldwide to receive daily royalty deposits. Watch this, for simply referring people to open a co-op wallet account. Folks, to open up a co-op wallet account, you're literally going to be putting in a name, a phone number, and an email address. Remember, zero skill set required. Just like when you opened up a Cash App account, you just put in a name, you created a username, you created a password, okay? You connected your personal bank to it, and then you hit the button, and guess what? Account created. And anytime and every time accounts open and transactions take place on the Cash App platform, it served as cash flow to Cash App. Again, $2 billion in profit annually. Coinbase. You open up a Coinbase account, you put in a name, you put in a password, okay? You connected your bank account to it, hit the button, you had an account. $335 billion every 4 months, every time accounts open, deposits happen, and transactions take place. But none of it is being shared with you and I. Folks, we're doing nothing, we're not doing anything different, except with here, the money's coming to us by us only doing 2 simple steps, which I'm about to get into here in a second. And here's the best part. It only takes completing 2 simple steps, 1 single time, to trigger the ongoing residual cash flow that scales and immediately deposits into your co-op bank. And with your account continuing to receive from every cash flow asset thereafter. That's game changer. Tens of millions have been processed, folks, without ever missing a single payment. 100% of the money is going back into the field, okay, as royalty cash flow payment. Now, I often don't do this, but I'm gonna do this on this special occasion, because guys, I pride myself on being 1000% transparent, okay? Let me share my screen. I'm gonna share my desktop here real quick. I brought up something here. I had this queued up. I had it queued up this time, Carla. I'm ready, okay? Let me maximize my screen here. Okay. Now, guys, I want you guys to, I went into the back office because I created a demonstration, because I'm taking you right now in the back office. I don't know if you've ever been on a Zoom and a person was this transparent, but I want you guys to see, I want to nip in the bud. This is a real digital bank. This is a real company, a real operation. It's nothing Mickey Mouse here. It wasn't 2 men in their garage in their shed creating something. This is not man-managed where somebody's looking to, hey, send money to this person's PayPal, send money to that person's Cash App. No, this is all on the blockchain, okay? So it's all automated. Let me log in. So I created this demonstration account for my son, Sedacious, okay? Now, I've already jumped ahead, okay? Because the 2 steps is this. You're gonna open up 3 digital accounts one time. And you're gonna do it for 3 friends that do the same exact thing. And all they are required to do it is 1 time. Folks, I need you to put a 1 in the comments and also a 1 in the chat, okay? Because I need that to hit you like a ton of bricks. Because folks, that's what attracted me to this company. Because I've been doing a lot of things and it's taken a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of having to go out there and promote and sell stuff, having to go out there and recruit folks. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I've done it all, folks. I've done everything. I was a grown man. I was out there selling mascara, okay? So yeah, I was out there selling, because I'm just a go-getter. I'm that guy who's gonna go get it, but this is what I wanted. I wanted, if you didn't have to be a go-getter like me, if you don't have people skills, if you don't have the ability to galvanize teams and build teams, that's not required here. And so what I simply did, okay, I just went down here and just put in 3 names of information, okay? Now I've already done this for Sedacious, and I want you to see his account is at $26.25 in the standard version, and it's at $262 in the 10X version. And all he did was just open up 3 accounts. He paid it forward, okay? That's what I also love, because we're giving, okay? We give, we share, and receive, and everybody's only doing 2 steps one time. So I want you to see, he only has 3 accounts. I'm going to his personal team here, okay? And you can see these 3 people, I just did them today, November 16th. They all get assigned their own unique donor key. Now, this is a demonstration account. Now, even though it is a demonstration account, it performs exactly like a live account. It's an exact replica, okay? So I'm gonna take one of these accounts that he just opened, okay, or that he created in this example. Okay, I'm gonna take Calvary Baptist Church here. I'm gonna copy that. I got his brother and his sister in there too. That's Joseph James and Kayla James, okay? Now, I wanna go back here. Now, I want you to see, he is at $26.25. Understand, your initial participation, you're gonna receive money instantly. Understand what I just said. If you've ever been in network marketing, okay? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Imagine when you filled out the form, you put in your name, you know, they ask for your information, you filled out the form, then they got your credit card, right? And then, you know, you put your credit card information in and they went ahead and submitted your payment. Imagine the moment they submitted your payment, money jumped into your account instantly. That has never happened in my 18 years of being involved. Folks, there's 2 questions I typically ask people when they're consuming this information. Number 1, does it work? Well, yes, because this is instant withdrawable money. As soon as you do the 2 steps, money is in your account. It is unavoidable for you to receive it, okay? Second question, can I do it too? Now, I want you to really watch closely. And if I'm doing anything difficult, now you just saw me, I created these 3 accounts, and this is instant withdrawable money, okay? You have 24 access to your money. This is new money in Sedacious' account right now, albeit monopoly money right now, because this is just demonstration. But with this being a live account, this would be real money, okay? Now, I'm gonna log out now as Sedacious. And I'm gonna log into one of the accounts that he just created. Now, in this example, Sedacious is not gonna be required to do anything else. And you saw his money was at $262.50 in the 10X and $26.25 in the standard version. But now I'm gonna log into the account that he created for Calvary Baptist Church, okay? I'm gonna save that. Now, this is how Sedacious' account was before he opened up those accounts. It was all zeros across the board. Are y'all seeing, are y'all tracking? I'm just gonna come down here and I'm just gonna put in, I'll put in, let's say we have Mount Pilgrim. I'm gonna use another church. Come on. And just add an email address here, Mount Pilgrim. Guys, I want you to ask yourself, are you able to do what I'm doing right now? And I put in a phone number. Now, highlight this one here, Mount Pilgrim. I'm gonna do 2 more here. Let's do names. Let's do Tom Brady. Tom Brady, put in an email. I'm just creating random information for demonstration purposes. CFF.net. Put in a phone number. Come down here, and let's do a nonprofit. Young Girls Academy. Nonprofit, MP. What's going on? YG Academy, nonprofit. Oops, gotta make that an email address. At CF.net. See, guys, you ain't got to be a good typer to do this. Again, so this is as if Mount Calvary, okay? Because many churches have church members. It could be church members that you open up an account for because they can participate. And it can be ongoing cash flow, not only for the members, but also to the churches. It's all of us coming together cooperatively, okay? Cooperatively. I got the definition because I'm going to bring that up, but I want you to see zeros across the board. I come down here and invite. This is just as if I just activated those 3 accounts, ladies and gentlemen. And I scroll up, and just like Sedacious, Mount Calvary has instant withdrawable cash flow in their account instantly. But that's just the first part of the automation. See, folks, what happens is every contribution, it gets split up, and 29 others prior are going to receive from every contribution that takes place from this day forward. And so what I'm saying, once Sedacious did the 2 steps that he's only going to be required to do once, Mount Calvary just did the 2 steps that they're only going to do once. Hey, I'm going to log back into Sedacious's account because I just want you to see the same thing is going to happen, the same predictable thing. The system is going to function with 1000% integrity. Remember, Sedacious was at 2625 in the standard version, and he's at 26250 in the 10X version. But more accounts opened up. And every time accounts open up from this day forward, everybody's going to receive instantly, and everybody prior is going to receive more money every single time without fail. Guys, this is the greatest thing I've seen on the planet. Okay? Now I'm going to get up here and I'm going to show the money. Okay, but I wanted you to see the system. I wanted you to see we ain't cash gifted, family. We ain't Susu. We're opening up digital wallets and digital banks, just like those big boys that I mentioned to you are doing. We're the ones bringing our economic value to this platform, and it's being shared amongst all of us, not just the company. And all anybody does is open up 3 accounts and have 3 others. It could be a business, it could be a nonprofit, it could be individuals, it could be a charity, it could be a booster club. Don't matter. Don't matter the purpose or the need for the resources. You use them for whatever you are needing or desiring them for. But here's the best part. It's not going to be a one-time receive. This is going to be ongoing, residual, predictable cash flow that's going to be coming to you every time, all the time, as these accounts open up, okay? So let me get back to the presentation. Just wanted to point that out there, okay? Let me go share my screen again. And back here, there we go. All right, cool. So again, this is not who we are. We're not the pyramidal structure, okay? That's the old way, that's the traditional business. That's like a job where the white squares are the owners, okay? And the black squares are like the employees, okay? And so it's like all these people are doing the work, but all the money is really going to the person at the top. That's not who we are. We are over here. We are the Web 3.0 decentralized model. Notice that we are all white squares and we're all connected. So we all have the same thing to gain, okay? So here are the 2 steps. Now listen, we have 2 plans. We have what we call the better best, that's the 10X, and we also have, okay, the good, okay, which is the standard version, okay? I'm gonna explain it from the 10X version. But I am gonna talk, but I'm also gonna talk about the standard version as well. So here's step number one, ladies and gentlemen. You're just gonna buy 4 co-op wallet activation tokens for a one-time out-of-pocket of $364 plus exchange fees. So one-time out-of-pocket. That's gonna have you receiving 3 $25 co-op wallet activation tokens that you're gonna be giving forward to the 3, okay, to complete the 2 steps. Then you're also gonna have 1 250 token that you're gonna keep for yourself. But that's gonna allow you to receive 10x the royalty payments as this thing, okay, automates and strategically duplicates out. Then here's step 2. You're giving those 3 $25 co-op wallet activation tokens to 3 others that are gonna do the exact same thing, that they're only gonna do steps 1 and 2, that they're only required to do 1 single time. Folks, that is the automation, and that's why the accounts keep opening. And as the accounts keep opening, what is it doing? Having people receive instantly that are new, and everyone prior continuously receiving cash flow. And everybody's only having to do this how many times? 1 single time. So no, folks, we don't have no one come in because it's a strategic cooperative. And so we only are going to bring those in that are going to commit to doing the one-time execution that everybody only has to do 1 time. Got it? So let me show you the money. So remember, it started with Sedacious, right? And when Sedacious did it, what happened? Instantly, there was 26, 25, and 262. We just rounded it off for simplicity's sake, 260, okay? He's done. He's not required to do this anymore, just 1 time. But this is the second part of the automation. Now he's gonna work with Calvary and said, Calvary, okay, you're gonna do the same thing. How many times you're gonna do it? 1 time, okay? What's gonna happen when Calvary does the exact same thing that Sedacious did? I just showed you. They received 260, okay? Right now, this is the automation done that Sedacious is only required to do. He's gonna open up 3 accounts, and his 3 friends are gonna do the exact same thing. That's it. That's all anybody does, period, okay? Now, what's gonna make the automation continue to go forward? Well, Calvary is gonna open up 3 accounts for 3 people that they know. It could be 3 churches, it could be 3 church members, it could be 3 nonprofit, it could be 3 of whatever. Whoever's looking for more cash flow than they currently have. Oh, sorry, forgot about that. When Calvary did it, they received 260 instantly. It raised Sedacious money up to 380. You see how the presentation always reminds me, hey, you forgot about that. 380. Think about that. Sedacious did nothing else. So just like the same thing that happened with Sedacious, guess what? When these 3 people, let's say, who we got on the line here? Who we got here? Let's say we have artists, okay? Let's say this is artist. Artist, this is artist right here, okay? What's gonna happen? Artist is gonna do what? Now there's other people here too. It's a group of people. I'm just giving names because I want to make it personal here. Artist is gonna do the same thing. Artist is gonna receive the same thing that Calvary did and Sedacious did. And as a result of artists doing that, watch this, folks. Calvary, remember, is not doing anything else. Sedacious is not doing anything else. Calvary's money goes up to 380. Sedacious money goes up to $870. You see how we're all owners. We all have the same thing to gain. It's not just the person at the top receiving the money. Artists then, with these group of people, they open up 3 accounts. How many times are they required to do it? 1 time. Let's say one of these people in here is Keon, okay? Keon gonna do it. He receives what? Instantly, $260. Artist money goes up to 380. Calvary money goes up to 870. Sedacious money goes up to $2,490. Folks, this is monthly residual cash flow. Keon then opens up an account for Trayon. Trayon receiving $260 when he does it. How many times is Trayon gonna be required to do it once. Was Keon doing anything else? No. Keon, your money still went up to 380, sir. It's unavoidable for you to receive more money. Artists, your money goes up to 870. Calvary, your money went up to $2,490. Sedacious, your money goes up to $5,380 every single time. And each of you guys are receiving this every 28 days. And your cash flow continues to go up, because what we're looking for folks to do this, folks, is within 3 days or less. That's our strategy, okay? 3 days or less. Everybody just doing 2 steps that you're only required to do one time, okay? We got Kiosha. Kiosha, what is she doing? The same thing. Kiosha, how many times are you gonna be doing this? One time, Douglas, that's what you said. That's right, that's 260, okay? But then guess what happens? Trayon money went up to 380. Keon's money went up to 870. Artist money went up to 2,490. Calvary Church went up to $5,380. Sedacious Miles went up to $17,910. Folks, we have 150,000 people total in this entire company. We're still in the basement. My objective, okay, I'm a church boy. I grew up in the church, reared in gear, okay? I always tell people it was the only time I took drugs. Yeah, I was on drugs when I was younger. Yes, I admit it. I was out on drugs. Man, my grandparents drugged me to church on Monday. They drugged me to church on Tuesday. They drugged me to church on Wednesday. They drugged me to church on Thursday. They drugged me and drugged me. Oh man, I love what I do, folks. All right, guys, again, it doesn't stop. Why? Because the automation is everyone is just opening up 3 accounts and having 3 friends do the same thing. And both of y'all are just doing it once. So out of all the people that you know, we can be selective. No one's saying you got to go out there and bring every family member from your mama's side, from your daddy's side. No one's saying you got to bring in every friend on your social media. No one's saying you got to call every Tom, Dick, and Harry from high school, middle school, elementary, private school. You just need 3 that will turn the key, open up 3 accounts for just 3 of their friends to do the same. And then Durwood comes on in here. Durwood does the same thing. He's at 260. Kiosha is at 380. Trayon is at 870. Keon is at 2,490. Artist is at 5,380. Calvary Church is at $17,910. Calvary don't even know artists. They don't even know Trayon. They don't even know Kiosha. And most people come in here, y'all done messed up the names. I can't even see the name, but it's okay. Sedacious is at $41,830. Now, guys, we're wanting everyone to do this in 3 days or less. Now, it doesn't mean if you don't do it in 3 days or less that no, we can't do it. But folks, we're wanting folks to have their cash flow flowing, okay? We're in 30-day respectively to everyone, okay? You'll be able to receive all the cash flow that you desire or that you need, okay? And so let's just calculate this. So it all started with Sedacious. This could be anybody that starts, okay? So even though I'm saying Sedacious, everybody is Sedacious right now. So this is 3 days. He did it in 3 days or less, because we have some people that have done it in like an hour. It only takes 90 seconds to open up the 3 accounts and make them active, okay? So that's 3 days here. Then what? Calvary Church does it in what? 3 days or less. But that's gonna be a total respectively of 6 days total that Sedacious has been involved, okay? So that's 3, 6, and then these group of people, they're gonna do it in 3 days or less. So that's gonna be 9 days respectively total. Then you have 12, 15, 18, 21, okay? So this is 21 days in right here. This is 24 days. Same thing. Who else we have in here? Let's find somebody. Okay, I ran the names. Oh, we had a new person jump in, but it's okay. We'll say Antoinette. She's a leader out there in Mississippi. She's building it huge. She's building it big. She's all over social media. Okay, having folks fly in here. Okay, what she's gonna do? So she's already done 260. Okay, but she just got involved. Okay, then what happens as a result of that? Their money goes up. What happens as a result of that? This group of people, their money goes up. As a result of that, these group of people, their money goes up. Okay, I believe this is Keon right here, $5,380. Then we have artists. His money goes up to $17,910. Then we have Calvary Church, $41,830. Then we have Sedacious, $107,440, folks. Again, that's just 24 days in. Day 27. Everyone's doing it 3 days or less. You're seeing the predictable results. 260. Guys, this thing just lights up like a Christmas tree. 870. 2,490 for that group. $5,380 for each person in that group. $17,910 for each person in that group. $41,830 for each person in that group. For the two people in Calvary that Sedacious opened up an account for. It's the same predictable result every single time. Are you seeing just only the people at the top receiving? No, you're not. Are you seeing just a handful of people money that's just elevating? No. Are you seeing everyone? Sedacious folks at this point is at $427,290, okay? Now, I know I'm getting into some high money here, but folks, it's not about becoming wealthy, okay? Well, yes and no, but you guys know what I mean. We're not talking about any get rich quick. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about us coming together as a global community, diversifying our efforts. I read a book that where you buy one book, you get 66 of them. They call it the Holy Bible. And I believe there's many principles in there that says we are better together. See, folks, this is a global economy, a global monetary system that's getting money and cash flow in the hands of everyone, every single person. Doesn't matter your background. Doesn't matter if you know how to talk or sell anything. Ladies and gentlemen, can you just open up 3 accounts one time and just have 3 friends that you know, love, and care about do the same, okay? And so 30 days in, 260, okay, 380, and it number just goes up for everyone, okay? No one's getting left out here. Money's coming to everyone instantly. As accounts open, it's not waiting on for this person to receive and then the next person get, no. As accounts open instantly, everyone involved in here, money went up. As accounts open, everyone's money here went up simultaneously at the same time. $1.755 million, 30 days, with a mathematical certainty, everyone doing it 3 days or less. Unavoidable, residual, sustainable cash flow. Now, there's a question I get sometimes, well, Douglas, what if I'm the last person on the earth and I get involved and everybody's already in? How am I gonna get in part of this cash flow? Well, see, that's the beauty of us leveraging a crowdfund platform. How many times is one able to do a GoFundMe campaign? Folks, I have friends and family that have done 10, 20 GoFundMe campaigns. It's unlimited. It's the same thing here, folks. See, this will be our first time going through it. And as you can see, everybody, okay, money is gonna reach 1.7 million. Folks, we're just gonna come back and go through this a second time. And when we are coming through it a second time, those that are going through it for the first time, we're just pushing them up. See, the residual cash flow never ends, because now when we go through it a second time, you've already pocketed 1.7 million. Ladies and gentlemen, as we partner with these churches, building fund campaign meetings are no longer going to be needed. I'm already talking to a gentleman. His name is Kevin. Kevin, your last name escapes me, man. He is connected to a lot of churches. He says, Doug, I need to fly you out because I need you to talk to these churches, bro, and show them this. We're gonna get them on Zoom, come tomorrow, and we're gonna be talking to them and showing them exactly this. See, guys, there's no saturation with our program. You guys know what I mean by saturation, right? You know, saturation, where once a whole lot of people find out about it, the opportunity is like, it's not as grand as when everyone who got in when it started. No. See, that's what I love. Because when I got involved in network marketing, and you know, they always say timing and positioning. I'm not saying that's not key, but it really doesn't really apply here because we're coming together cooperatively and we're able to come through this thing as many times as we want to. I wouldn't see why a person would want to stop. Because think about it. There's going to be a day that the Lord going to call us to transition to the next side. We still got family here. They were still receiving legacy money from this platform because this is what's going to be what the world is going to be doing. You can take that to the bank. And more folks are starting to hear because I'm screaming this thing from the rooftops. Why? Because I have a passion for helping the community. And I'm at war with people not winning. I really am. I'm really tired of people putting in money and losing, getting the rug pulled, okay? Tomorrow, if his schedule permits, I'm literally gonna have the CEO of the company on our meeting. So I want you to hear from him. I want you to hear his heart, okay? But folks, this is gonna happen. So this is what's happening right here. You're gonna give one time and receive all the time. Give one time, receive all the time. Think about that. We all know the principle of giving, but when have we been able to monetize us coming together as a global community? Co-op Crowd has answered that situation. And as you can see, that black arrow, anytime and every time accounts open from this day forward, all around the world, is going to serve as ongoing residual cash flow, not just for one, not just for a handful, for everyone, folks, over and over and over again. And it's going to scale. Why? It's always multiplying by 3. Everyone's bringing in 3 friends to do the same one time. Everyone wins in a cooperative system. And so again, we give one time, we're going to receive all the time. Folks, that's going to be my time. I brought up a video that I have queued up. I want you to hear testimony from these sisters that we're working with. One's a pastor, her and her husband, they pastor a church out in Sunnyside, California. She's actually a licensed gynecologist. She's been a gynecologist for over 30 years. And she had some rough times during the pandemic where she couldn't have clients coming in and out of her door. And so that really messed with her money, where she almost was at the point where she had to shut down her practice. But because of this information that you're looking at, okay, she was presented with this opportunity, and folks, it totally changed and impacted her in a major way. I want to bring this video up, and that's going to be the last concluding thing that we do. So let me stop my screen share here. Minimize this, minimize that. Okay, whatever. Right, share my screen here again. You guys can see my screen, right? Can you see my, well?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Carla.
Yeah, I am so blessed to be able to join you with my 2 sisters, Ursula Gaynor, who's also in Southern California, and with my other sister.
Now we see you.
Palm Bay, Florida. Her name is Vilka Finlater.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Carla.
Yeah, I am so blessed to be able to join you with my two sisters, Ursula Gaynor, who's also in Southern California, and with my other sister who is in Palm Bay, Florida. Her name is Vilka Finlater. We are part of this Co-op Life project, and we've been part of this since January of this year. We want to share a little bit with you about how this has transformed all of our lives in an amazing capacity. Collectively, we have been able to donate over $65,000 in this project to other people's projects and causes. And of course, because of the fact that this is something that is a giving and sharing community, it's a cooperative community, we too have been able to benefit from it. But let me just share a little bit about me personally. I'm a gynecologist. I've been practicing for over 31 years, but the last 6 years of it, I have been in private practice. So as you can imagine, last year, COVID just took a toll on my practice. I couldn't have any patients coming through the doors. And so it just tremendously brought me into a financial crisis. Honestly, I had to take out a lot of loans that were cash advance loans, high interest loans, borrow from people, et cetera. And truly, by the end of the year, I had no idea what I was going to do. I knew that God brought me this practice, but I didn't know how I was going to get out of this financial bind that I was in. So when my sister brought this to us at the beginning of the year, I said yes. And oh my goodness, did it rescue my practice? Truly, I've been able to take care of paying off a lot of those debts, paying people back, and it even affected my personal finances, where I've been able to take care of some other debts as well that I had, improving my credit score, et cetera. So this is something that I can truly say has been life-changing for me. I have my big why. My husband and I are in ministry, and we look at this as something long-term. This is long-term, that is going to be able to help us to build our church. We're going to position ourselves financially to be good at that time. And as much as I love what I do, I am passionate about what I do. I don't want to do it because I have to do it. I want to do it because I want to do it. So this has transformed my life. And I know my sisters share the passion as well. Ursula, why don't you just kind of tell us how this has helped you as well?
Absolutely. Well, I am, again, Ursula Gaynor. I live in Riverside, California, and I am a wife, a mother of 2 college-age kids, and I'm also a registered nurse for the past 34 years. This tremendous opportunity has blessed me by being able to just simply share it with my family and be a blessing to my sisters as well as my other family members as well. But what I really want to share with you today is that with my busy lifestyle, because of the automation and the simplicity of this business, I have been able to do it even with my extremely busy schedule.
Yes, yes.
To be able to do over the last 6 or 7 months is to pay off a car note, be able to put my daughter through summer school without having to take out another student loan, and to pay off some credit cards. Because of my kids being in college, as I shared, we have an extreme amount of college student loan debt on board. And because of that, we have not been able to really position ourselves to retire comfortably, debt-free, the way we would like to retire. And so this opportunity is really positioning my husband and myself to be able to do just that. Our bills show individually, and we want to be able to pay that residual. Yeah. And this is what Co-op Proud is going to do for me and my family. And so I implore you not to leave your family members out. Press in, reach out, and get them on board, because this is what it's about: family and doing life together. Vilka, would you like to share with us what this has done for you?
Absolutely. Hey, everyone, I'm Vilka. I'm a married mom of 3 adult sons. And yes, my family is my why. As a young family starting out many years ago, we were on government assistance. And I'm not ashamed to say it, because we were truly in dire straits. But bigger things were in store for my family. And my husband and I, we worked diligently to get ahead in life. And as the years went on, we both had great jobs. I was working in IT, making good money. But for a young family, though, with 2 children with special needs, these long hours just didn't work for our family. So I was looking for something different. The answer was to design the life that fit our family. And so I became a full-time independent business owner in 2004. Fast forward to this year, when my sisters and I joined this opportunity, we've helped hundreds of people raise hundreds of thousands of dollars globally. That is global impact. With the donations I've received personally, I've been able to invest them, multiply them even further, paying off credit card debt, mortgage balances, medical debt, and I continue to invest those dollars in long-term projects, strengthening my family unit. And guess what? With every debt I pay off, my credit score rises. Can you say purchasing power? We are truly designing the lifestyle that we deserve. We call that life co-op life. I'm grateful that my children, they will never have to live in lack because of the residual donations from this simple subscription-based system called Co-op Proud. I'm so thankful that I get to work with my sisters and my brother Pico and other family and friends, and we're working together building wealth. We have found a powerful platform and a system that truly works. Don't miss this chance to change your life for the better for the rest of your life. Say yes to Co-op Life and join us on this journey. So I say to my sisters, what are we doing? We are,
Hey, we live in a co-op life.
Oh, well, that's awesome. That is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, really, that's going to conclude the presentation. But what I want to do, guys, if you guys can, unmute yourselves. If anybody wants to raise their hand, honestly, I would love to take questions. But that was actually simply it. I said I was going to go over the standard version. Standard version, folks, is, instead of you receiving the 10x amounts of 260, you'll start off receiving the 26. Now, those that are operating in the what we call the co-op combo, where you're starting off with the 10x, you're still going to be receiving from the standard version as well. So you literally have two cooperatives that's bringing you money. Okay, they work independently, but they all go to your co-op wallet account.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I can't see you.
Oh, sorry. Can y'all see me now?
Yeah, you good.
All right, cool. Appreciate that. So no, all I was saying was that, and with that standard version, okay, because we realize, there are people in other parts of the world where a dollar doesn't stretch as far, okay? And that's makes us a global community where a person gets started at 125, okay? And then, instead of receiving the 260, the 380, it'll start off with 26, then 38, then 87. But the two steps process works the same way. And so now think about this, when your money accumulates to 538, okay? And as everyone's money accumulates to 538, you'll still be receiving from that standard version. That's still duplicating out. Everyone doing the two steps one time. But then it also upgrades you now to the 260. So now, which you're still receiving from the standard version, you're now also now receiving from 260, 380, 870, 2,490, and you're still receiving from the 10X version, from the standard version, where it caps you out, where you're receiving $729,589 from the standard version, okay? So I just wanted to just mention that. But obviously, most people want to start off getting the bigger bang for their buck because it allows them to get to situations a whole lot faster, starting in the 10X, okay? Where you're literally seeing, when we're doing this 3 days or less, okay? Everyone respectively in their next 30 days, respectively, with a mathematical certainty, everybody doing it 3 days or less, respectively, you're having everyone in the next 30 days from they start to being at $1.7 million that they're receiving every 28 days. Folks, this is gonna happen, okay? Because now we're putting a lot of urgency on this. We know the system. This is not on trial anymore, okay? I literally have a young lady, Chantel Jackson. I don't want she wants to unmute herself. She literally got started less than 24 hours. Chantel, can you hear me, sweetheart?
Yes, I can. Hey, Doug, how are you?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic, girl. Fantastic.
So am I.
So just in your own way, this ain't unscripted. I know I'm calling you, off the cuff. I didn't prep you for this, but just go ahead and, just go ahead and tell them what happened yesterday or last night, and also just why you got involved. What did you see? Go ahead, Chantel.
Well, for me, I'll say that just to be a little bit transparent, I'm having some issues with my eyes where I have to have something done with my eyes, so I can't see that well. But there's nothing wrong with my vision, and so I had the vision to see that if we actually do what's suggested, which is one time, that was the thing that got me to show me that I have to do something one time. Then not only do it one time, but the first time I do it, see the money that day, not a couple days, not but that day. I've never done anything, and I myself have also been in network marketing for years, so I know what this looks like. So for me, I didn't confuse with network marketing because I've never been in any company and got paid the same day ever. No amount of money, not even $10. It never happened the same day. So that was the first thing for me. But then to know that all I had to get was three people. Now, because I'm from a spiritual background, to me that represents the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit for me. So therefore, being that is what I'm being guided by. It was easy for me because I'm not looking at it as to how many people can I find three people. I know what the end result is. So if I can already see the end result in 28 days, I'm gonna be at 1.7. Why would it be a hardship for me if I need money to find three people? I'm just gonna find somebody that's looking for the same thing I'm looking for. And so that's what I did. So it just made sense to me. And so now when I show this to other people and they don't see it, I don't get mad. I'm just like, dang, the vision is just not there. They may need the same surgery I'm about to have because I see it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited about it. Like I said, I want to get as many people on as I can. I know that this is a blessing. I don't want it to just stop with individuals. I'm also passionate about the church. I've been to so many churches where as soon as I get there, they're asking everybody for a $500 donation. This time here, you won't have to ask. You get everybody involved. It's done. So now we don't have to have a crisis anymore. We can actually help people. So when things happen like the pandemic, because life does happen, we have another alternative method where we're not sitting here struggling. So this is why I do it. I love it, and I can't wait to share with everybody I see. Thank you so much for having me, Doug.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so very welcome. Appreciate you so much for sharing that testimony. You can mute yourself there. Guys, I'm just going to bring up two more people, if you guys don't mind, because I definitely want guests. Please, if you have questions, I want you to ask questions. Actually, you know what? Let me do that first. If you guys go down at the bottom where it says reactions, and you can hit that button and then, just hit raise your hand. If you have any question at all, please. The only crazy or dumb question is the one that doesn't get asked. And I want any question. All right, Keon George, absolutely. All right, Keon, go ahead, sir.
Okay, so hypothetically, if 10 people did their part by referring and bringing on 3 people, then hypothetically we can look at that. We'd be looking at that 1.7.
With just 10 people?
Correct.
No, not with just.
No, I'm sorry, not 10 people. 10 people bringing in 3 people, so a total of 30 people.
Yeah, no. Okay, so basically, what we don't add is just all the numbers of the groups of the people as it's duplicating forward. So everyone's like duplicating it forward by 3. Okay, so you do it, open up for 3 accounts, and then of course in the next group that's going to be 3, right? That open up 3 accounts for 3 of their friends, and then that next group is going to be 9. So that 9 group, they're all 9 of those folks opening up 3 accounts for their 3 friends. Okay, so the numbers are going to work out over 10 generations is what it is. So we're literally going to be receiving from 10 generations. It's a 3 by 10. So roughly as the numbers are working out, okay, by 30 days, you'll have 88,000 people in your cooperative that you've received from everyone just opening up 3 accounts one time is going to grant you 1.7 million that you're receiving every 28 days. Did that answer your question?
It did. And is there a recording for those that may not be able to attend the live Zoom that we can share it with?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, Keon, let me tell you how our community works, man. We do all the marketing advertising for you. You do the cash flow. I know a lot of times, and sometimes it's just maybe hard to get people on a Zoom, or maybe their schedule, won't work with us being on the Zoom. We actually do these live presentations. We have it set where we do it every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're doing it at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern PM. Okay. We're also doing them on Saturdays at 3 o'clock Eastern. Okay. And we have a community, a Facebook community called Predictable Cash Flow Mindset. and we're actually streaming in that community right now. And so if you get people to the community, and when we go live, you just tag them to the, to the Zoom when we go live, and if they're not able to attend live, they'll receive a notification, and then when they get that notification, they'll just click play and they'll watch the presentation, if that makes sense. Cool.
It does.
Thank you, sir. Great question, by the way. Thank you for that question. So I like when people ask questions, because I know it could be on people's mind, and sometimes people are a little skittish to ask, but guys, I want the questions. Okay. Okay. So I want to bring up this young lady. She's a fireball, very, very passionate about people. She's out there in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. I mean, guys, when she has come on board, she saw it, and she has, as she puts it, she's probably only had within the last week, maybe about 3 hours of sleep. I mean, she's been all over Atlanta, going in the highways and byways, talking to, everybody that she knows, showing them this. I just want her to come and just introduce herself, and just really like what she saw, okay, when she, came a part of this, and when she was taking a look at this for the first time. I'm going to bring you up, Miss Carla Wiley. That's why you unmuted yourself. Just go ahead and share in your own way, please, sweetheart.
Awesome. My name is Carla Wiley, and I am super excited. I'm ecstatic to even be here. Guys, just a couple weeks ago, I was in Korea. And as I was in Korea, my husband got access to this program, to this platform, shall I say. And he didn't tell me about it because I was in Korea. But when I came home, he said, I have something to show you. You ain't gonna believe this. And when he showed it to me, I couldn't believe what I saw. So I watched this video 5 times because this was just unbelievable for me. And I asked him, I said, who sent you this? And he said, this young lady sent it to me, but she knows nothing about it. And I was like, okay, so who can we talk to that can tell us about it? So he found out about another gentleman. Well, this gentleman was too busy to even, get the information to us. So he stumbled up on Douglas' name. And when he told me, I said, well, find out what his last name is, and maybe we can find him. Well, he found out what his name was. I went on Facebook, guys. And when I tell y'all, I hunted him down like a duck. I did just that. I sought him out, and I went through Facebook and found his name. And I said, I'm wondering, is this the guy? Because I seen the name like 2 or 3 times. So I inboxed all 3 of those, and hopefully he would call me or inbox me or something. He didn't respond the first time. And finally, I saw him doing a live Zoom, and I went on that and made a comment. And when I made that comment, he responded back to that comment. And I said, all you need to do now is contact me. When he contacted me, here it goes. I'm right here, and I have not had no sleep. He's not lying. I have been on a run with this thing because I saw the vision just like Chantel did. And it just makes sense, guys. If we're using Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and all of this anyway, and they only gonna give you $5 for sharing it with your friends, $5 to $15, it just makes sense. Okay, it's the way of the world. The world is changing anyway, and everything is going digital. So it just makes sense for you to partake in it. So don't sleep on this, guys, because we're moving and we're moving fast. So with that being said, back to you, Doug.
Absolutely. Well, awesome. Hey, you're a natural. Okay. I don't know why you be not wanting to come on and do this presentation, but you're a natural. But no, I definitely appreciate you. And I can't mention you without mentioning your wonderful husband, Carlos. We've had great conversation with Carlos. As Carla likes to say, he's the one that, does all the marketing, the presentation. He's the techie. She's just the builder. She goes out there and just goes out there and just helps people. And that's what it's all about. We coming together with like minds, like vision, and we're passionate about this thing. We never see anything like this on the face of the earth. That's legitimate. Okay. Company's already been around since 2011. Okay. This vision co-op crowd has been in existence now since 2021. So we're over a year old. Okay. So all the legitimacy is there. Company's already been able to pay out over $20 million to the field okay? And just a little over a year with this project. So it's there, folks, companies paying, okay? Well, I mean, all the money is going to the field anyway. And as we're getting it, we're just withdrawing it. So last person I want to bring up, okay? Can't do this without bringing up my own flesh and blood, my son, who I'm just fired up and excited and, definitely, emotional, can't lie that he's joined me on this and partnered up with family, because that's what it's about, guys. It's about family, family. I see too many families being like passing ships. Everybody doing their own thing for the most part, but then I see other people coming from other third world countries that come over here and they come together. Y'all see them, like the Asian, the Filipinos, all that. They come set up shop and they get wealthy together, okay? And they end up owning their own banks. They own their own streets. And we over here have been in America all our lives. And the only thing we can get together for is Thanksgiving dinner. It's got to be some changes with that. So, son, I want you to come on just in your own way, just, whatever you want to say. I'll let you have the last bit of comment. But guys, this is my son, Sedacious Xavier Miles, sir. I give it over to you.
First, I want to say thank you so much for being a great presenter like you always are. You did a great job. Secondly, I want to say thank you to all of the guests that I invited and everybody who's in attendance tonight. Thank you so much for sparing your time. One thing I want to say that Greg says, our fearless leader, he says, this is a choice and not a chance. This is not, it's predictable. It's just going to happen. And so for me, I just feel like you just have to make that chance. And also what I love about this is that we have to come together to do it. We live in a every man for himself world right now. And once I saw this, and like Carla said, once you see the vision, it's really no denying it. So for me, every person that I love has to get in front of this, because this is going to change our lives. This is going to be a culture shock, is what I feel like it's going to be. I'm going to be the leader of the young regime that's going to take this because I'm not seeing enough young people. And we can benefit from this too, because we are the networking generation. We are the social generation. So again, thank you for your time. Thank you for being a great presenter. Good night and God bless.
Absolutely, guys. Well, that's going to be the last comment of tonight. Again, I want to make an announcement. Get back in contact with the person that invited you. Okay, they're already ready to give you a token. Why are they ready to give you a token? Because you're going to be one of their 3, and you're literally going to see money in their account. What I like for people to do is take a screenshot, okay? Take a screenshot. You know what? You want to know why I want to take a screenshot? There's 2 questions that people ask you every time you put something in front of them. What is that? Does it work? And have you made any money yet? Well, Chantel made money last night. Everybody else who's been involved, when they did the 2 steps, they received money. Say it again, Carla.
And I made money, and I'll be here tomorrow making some more money at 7.
And listen, have you done the 2 steps more than once?
One time.
Okay, all right. Guys, we like to conclude every meeting. We just won't see you at the top. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you cash flowing and also over the top. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. Take care, guys.